What if your Android smartphone could turn into a full Linux computer? That is exactly what has happened with the Fairphone 6. A developer has successfully managed to boot Fedora Linux 44 on the modular smartphone GNOME, and this is much more than just a basic Linux experiment. Fedora is running with a smooth, touch-friendly GNOME interface, and surprisingly, all three cameras on the phone are working as well. Running a desktop Linux distribution on smartphone hardware is not easy. Phones depend heavily on specialized drivers for cameras, touchscreens, networking, graphic, sensors, battery management, and other components. Even if Linux successfully boots, many important features usually remain broken. But the Fairphone 6 demonstration looks quite promising. The phone is shown running Fedora 44 with GNOME, and general navigation appears smooth without noticeable lag. Scrolling through the Settings app reveals familiar desktop options including Wi-Fi, network, multitasking, appearance, keyboard, mouse, and touchpad, color management, and even printer settings. Some of these options may not be fully functional yet, but it is impressive to see a complete desktop-oriented Linux environment working on a phone. The quick settings panel also behaves like the version you would normally see on a Linux desktop. Swiping down from the top opens the calendar and control panel where options such as Wi-Fi, nightlight, dark style, tiling, and brightness can be adjusted. The About section confirms that the device is running Fedora Linux 44, also known as 44. Fedora also correctly detects around 7.1 gigabytes of usable RAM and roughly 251.5 gigabytes of internal storage, which matches the hardware configuration of the Fairphone 6. However, this is still an early port, so everything is not perfect. In one demonstration, tapping the trash icon results in an error because Fedora cannot find the default application required to open that directory. This suggests that some desktop shortcuts and software associations still need work. There may also be limitations involving features such as cellular connectivity, GPS, fingerprint authentication, NFC or power management. So this is not yet something most people should use as a daily phone operating system. The most impressive development came in a follow-up demonstration showing the camera application. The app opens successfully and can switch smoothly between the main rear camera, ultra-wide camera, and front-facing camera without crashing. Camera support is usually one of the most difficult parts of bringing desktop Linux to smartphones because modern phone cameras rely on complex drivers and image processing systems. Having all three cameras working makes this Fedora port much more interesting. The Fairphone 6 is also a great device for this type of experimentation because Fairphone already focuses on repairability, modular hardware, and giving users more control over their devices. The phone is also available with Android-based alternatives such as /e/OS. Now, Fedora adds another exciting possibility. In the future, a phone like this could potentially be connected to a monitor, keyboard, and mouse and used as a portable Linux computer. Fairphone has also introduced the newer Fairphone 6 Plus, which keeps a similar design but upgrades the hardware. The standard Fairphone 6 uses a Snapdragon 7S Gen 3 processor with 8 gigabytes of RAM, while the Fairphone 6 Plus comes with a Snapdragon 7S Gen 4 and 12 gigabytes of RAM. If Fedora support eventually reaches the newer model as well, it could become an even more capable Linux-powered mobile device. This project does not mean Android is about to disappear, but it shows how much potential Linux smartphones still have. If developers can eventually get calling, Bluetooth, GPS, cameras, battery management, and other major features working reliably, smartphones could become much more flexible computing devices. So would you install Fedora Linux on your phone if everything worked properly, or would you still prefer Android? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoy Linux, open source, and technology videos, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more.